Ladies and gentlemen, it is very clear that the aim of the bipartisan talks that is ongoing right now, it does not have any intention to make the situation of the food prices, the cost of living, and other things that were pushed so much by Azimio la Umoja. It does not have any of the intentions to better the situation that Kenya is facing right now. This is because since this dialogue was approved by the Senate and the Parliament, the effort towards fighting for the cost of living, lowering of food prices, and basic things that people are complaining about day and night, no effort has ever been made. This is because when you peruse the post that Kalonzo Musyoka posted on his Twitter account, the X account, we see he posted earlier, "Today we signed the following documents. Number 1, framework agreement, an agreement to establish a structured framework for national dialogue and negotiation on matters relating to the nation of Kenya. Another one, statement of issues for negotiations by the National Dialogue Committee in no particular order. Time frame for negotiations." Of course, we know the time frame that they were given by the Senate. The talk should be within 60 days. And now that today it is the first day that the negotiation has commenced, they are remaining with 59 days. And there is no even meaning of updating us here that they signed the time frame. I don't know the documents. They have been legally permitted to have the talks. And the issue of updating us on things that are not what they were going for demonstration to be achieved, this one can just be irrelevant. And today he has posted on his Twitter account again, Kalonzo Musyoka, the NADCO this afternoon agreed on the order of priority that the issues tabled would be discussed. Number 1, electoral justice and related matters. Number 2, outstanding constitutional matters. Number 3, fidelity to political parties, coalitions, and law on multi-party democracy. Number 4, entrenching funds into the constitution and establishment and entrenchment of state offices with Kimani Ichung'wah, Cecil Mberire, Opiyo Wandayi, Hassan Omar. It is, ladies and gentlemen, if we can go clearly to the original copy of the agendas that Azimio la Umoja had prioritized during the bipartisan talk, it is not appearing here. We see they were talking about the cost of living, that is food prices, the cost of unga to go down, and this was just but a bait that was being used to have more Kenyans to go out of the street to demonstrate. So this demonstration left some of the people injured. Some of them have been crippled up to now because the damage that was done on their bodies. It seems their life have changed forever. Some of these people lost their lives. The families are having the pain, but their agenda is not here as prioritized as the way it was expected. Why do you think these people have just suddenly changed their mind towards the agenda of discussion? We all know that President William Samoei Ruto is a cunning creature and he can manipulate these people whenever he wishes. And we knew it before they went on to discuss. We knew that anything that will come out of this discussion will not be the original thing that it had been intended to. And we see amongst the people who are representing Azimio la Umoja in this National Dialogue Committee, we have Kalonzo Musyoka, Opiyo Wandayi is there, also he was added. We also have Eugene Wamalwa. These are some of the leaders that Azimio la Umoja believe in them so much. They are tough, but at the end of it all, they have been twisted and they have not been able to go towards what they had planned. Now where is the cost of living? Where is the cost of food price in this list? Ladies and gentlemen, now we can just clearly say that hypocrisy is being displayed in these talks, because as much as these people are busy going to Bomas every day, these talks will be over after I think 3 to 4 months. Going to Bomas day and every day as it have been scheduled, but they are going there for political benefits. As we can see, all these issues that have been tabled here have nothing to do with common Kenyan. Common mwananchi who is suffering because he or she is lacking food to eat. For example, if we can go to agenda number 1, we see electoral justice and related matters. What other related matters are we looking into this? Electoral justice, this is just but to favor Raila Amolo Odinga to be a president who has been claiming that the votes were stolen. The agenda number 2, we see outstanding constitutional matters. Of course, there are so many constitutional matters that these people are planning to implement, and these constitutional matters, when you look into them so keenly, you see there is nowhere that is favoring this hustler person or a common mwananchi who went in the street to demonstrate. It is just these leaders and political parties to fill their stomach themselves. Don't quote me wrong, because everything here, it is to do with these political leaders. We see number 3, fidelity to political parties, coalitions, and law on multi-party democracy. In fact, this is just but a repetition, but sincerely speaking, in Kenya, it is a country that is guaranteeing every person that right and freedom to join any political party, to be anywhere. You can even form your own party as a single person. You have been seeing even people running for candidate seats and other things because they are independent candidates. In fact, this point of political party coalition and law multi-party democracy has no any weight or any importance here. I know the thing that has made Azimio la Umoja to bring up this issue of multi-party democracy, it is the issue of their people migrating from Azimio la Umoja to join UDA and Kenya Kwanza at large. That is the only problem that they have in this agenda here. And this one, how can it benefit wananchi? How? Let us go to another one, entrenching funds into the constitution. We saw the other day funds that were to be entrenched are like CDF and others. CDF have been existing since long time ago, and if it can be entrenched or not, Kenya's situation has never changed. These funds have been there, have not been benefiting normal people who these funds have been set aside to benefit them. Now, entrenching them and even making use of them, I don't see the difference, because if you can ask so many people about the CDF funds, they even don't know what it means and the purpose of these funds. And so this will be just a waste of time. And the last one, establishment and entrenchment of state offices. Here it is 10-0. Kenya Kwanza has scored it all against Azimio la Umoja. This is because Kenya Kwanza had proposed that the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary to be created and be included in the Constitution. And the second thing here, it is about the creation and inclusion of the office of the opposition leader to be official. It should be officialized. And this one is coming from the Kenya Kwanza side, and I know this one is going to win, because if they are talking about establishment and entrenchment of the state offices, these are the two offices that are being mentioned here, the office of the opposition and the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary. Then if I may ask, how is these two offices going to benefit normal Kenyan who has been going in the street to demonstrate, who has lost their lives, the destruction of property that were done because of cost of living? How is the creation of state offices important to these people who went to demonstrate? To some extent, these people are just playing tricks on us, and our big concern here was the cost of living and the food prices, of which it has not been mentioned from the list that I've just read here. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you are agreeing with me on this, but according to my analysis, this one is just but full of hypocrisy. There are some possibilities here. The first thing, Raila Amolo Odinga knows what the end result will be, and for that reason he is just pushing Kalonzo Musyoka, Opiyo Wandayi and Eugene Wamalwa to be on the table, but at the end Raila Amolo Odinga knows that nothing will come out of these talks, and so he has decided to be very patient with the process of the dialogue until the end. But here, at the same time, maybe he is just patient because he wants Kalonzo Musyoka to represent Azimio, to feel like justice is being done, but Kalonzo Musyoka here has been fixed. Because how can a diplomat, a person who has gone for peace negotiation for so many years, this is an experienced fella, just forget to put this in the list? How is that possible? Another thing here, there is a possibility that the bipartisan talk, since it was approved and it is legal, there is just a possibility that it is just buying time, and at the end of it all, Kenya will run as normal, no change will be there, and there is nothing you can do about it, because once these people have had their own deal, there is nobody who can stand before them. The other day we were hearing that when Raila Amolo Odinga met with President William Samoei Ruto in Mombasa, they signed their deal, and there is nothing wrong with that because we are used to that. Whenever this person wants to have his own personal gain, Raila Amolo Odinga usually go forward by himself, and so his meeting with President William Samoei Ruto was just but to close a deal on other things that might bring differences in Kenya. Let us just wait and see. But where is the big problem here? And our question here is, where is the cost of living? Where is the food prices in that list of bipartisan talks? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this? This is hypocrisy. This is a betrayal. And this one is paining a lot of Kenyans so much, because there is no way people can go on the table, discuss every day, have tea, have their allowances facilitated, and yet everything is just bound around political parties, political leaders, political parties, political leaders. There is nothing that is neutral here, favoring a common Kenyan who is suffering, who went to street to demonstrate, who lost their lives, who are nursing their injuries up to now because of demonstration due to the cost of living. These people are blackmailing us, and we need to be told when the cost of living, the high food prices will be discussed in Kenya and immediately be implemented and bring change. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.